Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on that show. Acknowledge your trifle chief. And I'm here to talk about some NASCAR news. Haven't done it in a little bit. Kind of held off on it. Well, I was going to do one, but then my internet TV went out for like all day and then half a day. So I kind of forgot about doing any of this, like NASCAR news. I've been more focused with baseball, wrestling. Got all the baseball and then the season preview done today, and I got all my news video done like this morning. So with MLB, NFL, yada yada yada. But let's talk about some NASCAR here. So get a few things here from Adam Stern. NASCAR, they've agreed to another Netflix documentary. You know, a type of documentary they did last year, I think. Was it last year? I think no, I don't. It was last year, I think. But plans remain unclear as teams tried to get a no charter agreement first, so they've agreed to another Netflix documentary, but Adam Stern here says, but it's basically unclear as they're trying to get a new charter agreement done first, and some teams have considered declining to participate in a playoffs-focused show if a no charter deal isn't done by them. And people will be like, oh, the drivers are going to ruin a great thing. Imagine blaming the drivers for an issue that has nothing to do with them. Teams make decisions. If they say drivers won't do it, they won't do it. You can't just go into business for yourself and say, hey, I want to do this, I want to do this. But teams make decisions. People don't realize that. Like, the teams will not be allowing their drivers to participate in a show, as they don't want to give NASCAR advertisement if the charter deal isn't done. Like, I have a hard time believing drivers can do a show like that without the approval from the teams that sign their checks. So, NASCAR has the capability and the opportunity to avoid this situation completely. All they have to do is meet with the teams and make a deal. Simple as that. And people are like, ruin a great thing. Dog, the teams aren't making enough money to stay afloat while NASCAR breaks record profits. The team shouldn't help NASCAR enrich itself. If it won't help its franchise, its team stay profitable. It's just the charter deal needs to be done first. If not, it would give the opportunity for people to bring light to the issue. Like, just get the deal done already. And of course, who loses in all this? Us, the fans. The number one thing holding the sport back from growth is itself. The show was good for the sport. Just another thing that these extended charter agreements are going to freaking take away. Like, I thought this show was good when they had the freaking Netflix thing, but nope, NASCAR's just too greedy. It's just holding itself back. Just the idiotic people in the sport right now. What's the fucking name? Elton Sawyer. Just all the idiots in NASCAR don't know what the fuck they're doing. So next thing we'll get into, some NASCAR teams are weighing whether to decline to participate in a second Netflix documentary if a charter deal isn't in place by the playoffs. So if it isn't done in place, if this charter deal isn't in place by the playoffs, then they're probably going to decline this. And they spent over $5 million on the docuseries last year, and has greenlit funding for another one. They spent fucking $5 million on this last year. Good. NASCAR wants to treat them as an independent contractors, not partners, so let them act like it. That was the best NASCAR doc in years. Maybe biased because I like Ryan Blaney, but the final scenes were absolutely magic. Just get the damn charter deal done, and then you could do the freaking docu-series. So, next thing we're talking about is oh my lord. Sao, however you say that word. I'm not part of the nerd community, ladies and gentlemen. Paulo Brazil expresses interest in hosting the NASCAR Clash in 2026. So it looks like 2025 it might be Bowman Gray, most likely. In 2026 it could be, in Brazil they could host the Clash. If Bowman Gray does fail for 2025, they might do this for 2026. I mean, just bring the outer circuit back and you'd have one of the sickest ovals ever for the Clash. From a culture standpoint, it matches. Stock car racing is huge in Brazil. So it would make sense. And people would be like, oh, why would they want to, have the clash in Brazil? NASCAR has some success in Brazil for years. The biggest racing series started based on 50s, 70s NASCAR and still called stock car to this day. Also in recent years, Brazil's got its own NASCAR series that's known successful. So they could go to Brazil. I really think they'll go to Brazil. Maybe 2026 here or 2027. So, in a video released on Thursday, Andretti Global President J.F. Thorman announced that the team is planning to expand its operation into the NASCAR Cup Series. Oh yes, he's going to proceed to straight up buy Spire. It's going to be interesting. Good for them. F1 wouldn't let him in, so come to NASCAR. I just hope we can get so many in. I miss those 43 car fields, man, 40 car fields. But wonder what they're but there could be Marco Andretti could be heading to NASCAR, but I don't know what team. I mean, but will it be Spire? I mean, it doesn't take a genius with basic research to see what companies are funding Spire right now. So I wouldn't be surprised at this. These guys are spending big money and tell your joy to kick rocks. Basically, you love to see it, pal. So, paving has begun on the reconfigured Roval ahead of the Bank of America Roval 400. I see a perfectly good racetrack in the background of this picture here. That would look good for a second oval race. And it gets used. Oh, you know about the Coca-Cola 600, right? Yeah. Please just go back to the oval for a second race, man. Like, I'm tired. I don't want this freaking Indy or what? Charlotte Roval. I hate it. It was good for the first year. Ever since that, it's been trash. Go back to the oval. Run 2 races there. So Williams Walsh make his Xfinity debut at Homestead this fall in the number 19 Starkey Hearing Sound Gear Toyota Supra. So he's officially gonna make his Xfinity debut. Pretty sweet looking car. So we'll see how he does an Xfinity debut. Shouldn't run well because there's the number 19 car. So one Pablo Montoya is back. He's going to drive the 2311 Racing number 50 Cup car at Watkins Glen as part of the Mobile One celebration of its 50th anniversary. It will be Montoya's first Cup race since the 2014 Brickyard 400. I would imagine a decade between Cup starts. Must be near historic territory, or I don't know, maybe Leroy Jenkins, Jimmy Ingram. I've saw some people say, but it's been a while since he's raced. Montoya! So I'm glad to see Montoya back. Not expecting him to win because he hasn't raced in what, about 10 years. And these were completely different cars compared to, the ones he raced. Well, good to see him. Greg Biffle is joining Sigma Performance Services. Good to see he's joining Charlie Performance Services to compete in the Arkham Menard Series West Napa Auto Care 150 on August 10th at Washington's Tri-City Raceway. Oh yes, Greg Biffle, 69 Sigma. Greg Biffle might be a Sigma from Ohio. Sigma, what the Sigma? Is there anything else here? So Corey LaJoy talked about Spire Motorsports and how he's still motivated to be the first one to put a win banner on the wall at Spire, basically. And he said, I'm pretty motivated to still be the first one to put a win banner on the wall at Spire. A real one. They have a trophy, but that wasn't really a real team back in the day in 2019. It sounds like such a boomer quote. Or back in my day. Hey, Corey LaJoy, it was 5 years ago. It's not really back in the day. He also said he thinks he's a top 15 driver, especially on road courses and super speedways. Didn't know intentionally wrecking drivers and blaming on the driver you wrecked was worthy of freaking top 15 driver. Look, the road course 1 is confusing. And people be like, oh, the car, yeah, his rookie teammate kicks his ass every week. And I listen to Stacking Pennies, so you don't have to. And my sacrifice probably wasn't worth it, but it's still appreciated. I'll listen to it so you don't have to. Jesus. So Bob Parkers gave another update on the NASCAR schedule release. He said, but NASCAR doesn't like to release the schedule because one track date falls through can impact many others. For instance, last year Phoenix announced championship weekend, and then months later said it would be a week later than originally announced. Yada yada yada. So the schedule probably won't be announced until, who knows. This is where he said what the schedule. He said, same as he said like last week. Think schedule comes in August, possibly next week, but more likely in the few weeks after that. And if it got pushed to September, it wouldn't surprise me. They should tell tracks to stop trying to get people to renew their tickets or give refunds on deposits until the dates come out. Like, fans are probably tired of calls, texts, and emails every week. They need to do it earlier in the year so fans can start making plans for it. Like, some people want to go to races and they don't even know the freaking plans, and you can have other stuff to do. Like, they take forever to release a schedule. They hype it up every year and then it comes out. Oh, no, it's going to be out. And, comes out in August. Oh, possibly next week. But likely in a few weeks after that. Or it could get pushed to September. It's like, just give us the fucking schedule. Like, the NFL gives us a freaking schedule and doesn't make us wait so long for a freaking schedule. You get to the off season, you get the schedule. NBA, you get the schedule. MLB, you get the schedule. Every freaking sport you get the schedule, but NASCAR waits so freaking long. Connor Hall will make his truck debut in the McAnally Hilgeman Racing number 91 truck at Richmond. Sorry, don't know who that is. Is he a Cars Tour driver? BBS, the single lug part supplier for NASCAR's next-gen cars filed for bankruptcy and insolvency. I don't know if this has anything to do with the Gen 7 car. I mean, this comes from Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. If this is true, then that's crazy. But I think it's on our Formula 1. I think this is a BBS Germany and BBS Japan. It's the motorsports business, so I don't think this has anything to do with this. There was a rumor that I don't even know who started this, which is probably stupidest rumor of the off season. That people thought Justin Marks was leaving Trackhouse. I don't even know how that rumor started. Isn't it because he wiped out some shit on his Instagram? He said every single element to the story is my friend Pitbull and to his friend and partner Pitbull leaving Trackhouse are untrue. Basically, the unreliable media perpetrating a lie. We have big plans for 2025 and beyond. The daily downforce in shambles, pal. Yeah, I mean, kind of interesting he deleted all of his stuff on Instagram, but I didn't think he was going to leave. Like Bob said, Trackhouse is still Trackhouse with Pitbull and everything, so I don't know why he deleted everything off Instagram. But we'll see. But he's staying with them. But yeah, really all I gotta say for this video, ladies and gentlemen. So until next time, have a lot. Peace.